Cinnamon Buns, and is that Phoenix out on the jam line? They're raring to go. And we're off.
For some of the longtime Deadly Sirens fans, you'll note that some of their team was actually playing in the first game as the Bumble Bashers. Good chunk of that core group winding up on our new team.
We got Phoenix Fire out for the Banes. And we got Rampage out for the Sirens.
Rampage, I've had the chance to watch at other times. Always a tough skater, stands up after that hit.
That was a little confusing. He was like wrecking balls. But they each got 2.
Nikki Necrosis came in across there and laid a hit into Rampage, closing that outside door.
Oh, we got T-Bone Trina and Pebbles out on the jam line. Pebbles is new to the Royal Pains, but she is not new to roller derby.
Pebbles trying to push through that wall.
She got pushed out of play.
Having to reset. T-Bone running into breakdown.
No one's through this pack yet.
Jalapeno Business doing a job to save her jammer. Dottie not having any of that.
Game.
JB with a bump on Trina.
T-Bone Trina out for the Sirens.
Both
Pebbles.
jammers active.
I have to say, I do like that new hair, T-Bone.
T-Bone Trina fighting into the pack to pick up some points and call this one off.
T-Bone gets 3, Pebbles gets 1.
T-Bone's always fun to watch just because I don't think the smile leaves her face whenever from that whistle starting to.
Yeah, she's also a very sneaky jammer. She's a quiet jammer, so you never really know when she's coming up.
Next jam. Cinnamon Buns out for the Deadly Sirens.
And Red Menace.
Red Menace out for the Pains.
Sirens with lead.
She's picking up 1.
Cinnamon Buns with great presence. Score that point. Deny it to the other jammer.
That's sometimes a strategy we use, 1 and done.
I don't know if you guys on the Twitch stream can see our cutest little cheerleaders over here. I think they're just off camera, but we have a little Sirens cheering squad over here. It's very cute.
They were absolutely happy and thrilled whenever the Sirens came through on the high fives.
Yeah, I mean, they must be about 5 years old, and they are got their little pom-poms and everything. Their cheerleading outfits are adorable.
All right, back to the game. We got Dizzy Disaster. Oh, and Dottie doing a double whammy on Pebbles. Liz holding back T-Bone.
T-Bone comes through the inside, but a skate slipped out. Having to reset. Still that feeling out period, but
Pebbles is out as Jammer for the Pains.
pivot break taken by the Sirens.
By Dizzy Disaster.
Oh, nice move there by Pebbles. Came around Rampage.
You know, there's so many things, there's a rule that jammers have to touch their hips twice. So sometimes you gotta be careful, because sometimes they only touch it once.
Also got to watch out when you're trying to do those little short taps that the refs can't necessarily see.
I know there's this particular ref that when I ref nationals, if she didn't see it, like she didn't see a clear tap twice, she wasn't calling it, and it was frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, you really don't want to get out there and do the full chicken wing. But,
No.
Good wall being set up front. Payne's trying to scope out their opponents.
We got Cinnabons jamming for the Sirens. JV out there, all hell up in your business. Jamming for the Pains. Oh, they didn't even see her take the inside. Sneaky, sneaky.
Both of the jammers active out there.
Oh. There was a ghost hole out there on lane 3. Cinnamon Buns just accidentally tripped herself. It happens to us all.
JV going in there looking to try to find an open hole, but
You know, JV's faces are priceless. You know, I always see her different faces.
it was kind of funny when she hit the when she first hit the pack. There was nobody around there to score on.
Yes. But yet, I think she got 4. I think she got all 4 on that one, right? We got Phoenix Fire and T-Bone Trina out there on the jam line. We got Beck and Call giving T-Bone a run for her money on the back line.
Phoenix out there looking to try to find an opening. Meanwhile, T-Bone looking to pass the last of the skaters to get out there for lead jam.
Oh, we got a pivot break for the Pains. I think that's Taxinator.
Rest of the blockers in there trying to pack up, seal up any holes, but it looks like T-Bone picked up a point or two and called this one off.
Mel.
Lions calling out 1 point there. Happened. It was a false start.
Let's try to do this one over.
Let's see who committed the false start.
Somebody's setting up farther behind. That was a Payne's infraction. Manny Petty trying to push through those Royal Pains. Lead jam for the Sirens. Tinkerhell looking to catch up. Maven Mayhem hit the floor, and that was the thing that gave Manny Petty an opportunity to jump.
All right, got Beck and Call and Cinnamon Buns out there with the panties, the stars on their heads.
Cinnamon Buns. Thought Sinner was out as your lead jammer. Turns out no.
She got a track cut yield.
Beck and Call trying to stay in front of Rampage. Beck and Call doing a good job staying vertical, dodging the blocks.
Rampage is super sneaky, though. You never see her coming on that inside line. It's interesting how the first game was so close, and now this one is also very close. But I also think that both these teams are, the first two teams are very compatible, and these two teams are very compatible skill-wise.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a timeout to the Pains. During these times, the teams usually gather and they assess what they're doing. They try to change up their strategy, so it'd be interesting to see what the Pains. I know that Opportunity Knox and Mifwick are very good at strategy, so it's interesting to see what they're going to tell their players to do and go in and do. But I do see Dizzy Disaster out there coaching her lineup and telling them what they possibly can and can't do on this next round up. So Dizzy Disaster's got many years of experience of different rule sets, and so I know she's got some good ideas up her sleeve.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun watching some of these players who have transitioned over from one league into another and seeing what they bring. And
yeah, I mean, it's great to see that cross-pollination of derby players. Oh, we got Pebbles out as jammer for the Pains.
Notorious LIZ having to yield.
Well, actually, she got called on a penalty for blocking out of play.
Yielded just a little too late.
Oh, T-Bone Trina taking Pebbles out in the corner. Pebbles calling it off. I think the Pains got two.
Rampage and Jamie DeVito wearing the stars for their teams. Rampage taking advantage of a little bit of blocking from Cinnamon Buns, who gave her an opening.
We got Phoenix Fire, pivot.
Oh.
Oh. I think she should have gotten two on that one, but that's just my personal opinion. I'm not sure if the ref saw the one entering from the back of the pack.
It was a great track presence watching Rampage being able to kind of spin out, beck and call,
Yeah.
and then immediately call it.
Lots of these girls have many talents on their toes, agility.
Jalapeno Business having to reset.
We got T-Bone out for the Deadly Sirens.
Both of the jammers are active. Dizzy headed into the penalty box. And the Pains used that moment to lay Bambi down onto the floor. (14-17) game here in game 2. Sitterman having trouble getting through that door.
There we go.
Beck and call sitting back in the back.
These teams are both moving at very high speeds. We'll see if they can maintain that.
Red Menace, your lead jammer. Interesting to watch the difference between some of these jammers. There are a few of them that would go out there and block for themselves while they were tied up with somebody else.
Well, some of them have so much experience and they're so tenacious that, they don't have the fear of doing it for themselves. But, I mean, jammers have to, If you want to excel or be a better jammer, you have to go out there and be able to defend yourself because you're picked on 24/7. We got Tinker Hell and T-Bone Trina on the jammer line doing a little dance off, a little bump off. I don't know if you want to mess with that. Timeout. I always find it funny, like you get different skaters and some of them have similar personalities. Like I think Tinker Hell and Phoenix Fire are very similar, and then you get like Monster Meadow and Dottie Disaster. I think they're like very compatible in like their blocking and their like presence on track. You know what I mean? So like it's interesting. But it's like if you could put skaters in different personality probes, just like people, you know what I mean? But it's interesting. But to be honest, I've never met anybody with as much energy as Tinker Hell.
Lining up to do this again.
Oh, Tinker Hell's making her moves.
Oh.
While T-Bone Trina's being held back in a 2-wall. Looks like Tinker Hell got knocked out of bounds. She's got to catch up. Monster Meadows going to the box. I mean, no one even saw Tinkerhell sneak by on the outside.
That was a great move. She got down low, came around everybody. And now she's letting it go to her head.
We got a pivot break from Dizzy Disaster.
I want to think that after a little bit of time.
Oh, Pebbles lays a hard hit on Dottie Disaster.
Those corners have got to be getting slick in places because you're seeing some of these skaters just go down without a lot of, without really any contact. I know sometimes a skate will slip out, but
I've been getting it wrong this entire time. It's Dizzy Aster, not Dizzy Disaster. Sorry, Dizzy. Because I was like, there's Dizzy Disaster and Dottie Disaster on the same team. That's very confusing. But it's not. It's Dizzy Aster and Dottie Disaster. Wow. Tongue tire right there.
yep. And the other thing I will say is at least, last year, a couple years ago, Dottie took the X out of the name because I think it was like Disaster.
Oh.
I think she got tired of the way people were pronouncing it.
Some of these names are hard. Like, I've been trying to choose a ref name, and that's been hard. Oh, we got Jammy out for the Pains.
Jammy looking to make
Nikki
that move.
Necrosis holding down that cinnamon bun.
Nikki doing a little bit of double duty.
I think
Blocked
she just
the
got an
pair.
elbow to the face from Manny Petty. But one thing about Nikki Necrosis is that she is one tough beat.
Oh,
Just gonna say that.
good Lord. Yeah. Having watched her since she basically entered the league, you would think after a certain point you've gotten about as good as you can get, but I think she just kind of keeps getting better.
Yeah, true story. So right now we've got Deadly Sirens at 17 and the Royal Pains at 20. I mean, I don't see any penalties yet, but I did see Monster Meadow go to the box.
I know there had to have been penalties.
So
Jalapeno Business and T-Bone Trina gonna jam for their teams. And it's gonna be T-Bone breaking free. Lead jam. Pivot break goes to the Royal Pains. Oh, rough break for the Sirens. T-Bone sent into the box. It's got Pebbles out there taking over lead jam. Pebbles has come through the pack as well. Oh!
ooh, an attempted apex jump.
Yeah. Gotta start that one over though. Another Siren sent into the box. Trying to open up the playing field for Pebbles, who's now run up against... Yep, she's run up against Dottie. Once Dottie gets you in her sights, that's really tough to come around her and score. Fresh Jam and Manny Petty fighting through the pack. Lead, oh, nope. False alarm, out of bounds. It's gonna have to reset. Pains are gonna come through with the lead, Jam. Taxinator. Little bit of a jump as the pivot turn has been taken.
Laden ahead out on Taxinator.
Fantastic hit from Monster Meadow.
Yeah, but I think that was an illegal re-entry from Taxinator because she should have entered behind Monster Meadow.
Rampage still having trouble getting around that Pains wall. Meadow, though, I think just came back through and helped break open that wall for Rampage.
Manny Petty just being a sacrifice in the front there.
You know, for that Jam, I think I'm going to call the MVP Monster Meadow.
Just want to remind you, halftime is Chuck-a-Duck. Support your local roller derby. Thank you to Mark. Yeah, Chuck-a-Duck.
No one gets that happy about throwing
Our
little rubber
local
ducks.
leader of Husbands of Derby over there. Yeah, DeMarc.
T-Bone Trina, Maven Mayhem, your jammers. Maven sent to the floor.
We got T-Bone Trina breaking out.
Jalapeno Business having to wait for the pack to catch up.
And she breaks.
Both teams trying to figure out where to set up. T-Bone looking for an opening. Unable to clear the whole pack.
Love this crowd. This crowd's getting hype. Well, maybe just to Mark.
To Mark. He is their hype man.
Yeah, well, he has a little group over there called Husbands of Derby. So he recruits all the husbands that have wives playing in Derby.
It's only going to total, but you'll see him going up.
38-21 game. Manny Petty, your lead jammer, Phoenix Fire. Active behind. Manny Petty coming up against the entire Pains back wall.
Oh, shame. The Sirens are so concentrated on getting Manny Petty through, they didn't even see Phoenix Fire sneaking through on the outside.
Great jam there for the Pains.
We got Pebbles out there and Dizzy Astor.
Pebbles makes a jump. Lead jam.
Dizzy Astor really close behind her. Let's see how these jammers come into this pack.
Oopsie Daisy able to catch back up. For a moment, it looked like
Dizzy
Monster
Astor
Meadow was
gets
gonna,
2, Pebbles gets all 4.
thought Monster Meadow was gonna get her.
Pebbles might be tall, but she dips low.
That is the truth. That was just an amazing drop.
Yeah, that bean dip all the way through that pack was pretty good. I got to take notes.
No one matches your finesse, though.
Thank you, I appreciate that, but I think a lot do. Circumstances change so much in Derby that you've just got to always be humble. Always be hungry and always be humble.
Hey, put that on a t-shirt.
True story.
Jammer's trying to get through. Taxinator. In the sights of the Sirens until she's broken out.
Oh, we got a pivot break by Rampage. Always like Malicious Compliance's arms. They're so graceful.
Haynes with another jam. Taxinator calling that one.
I do want to give a shout out to one of our refs, Wolverine. He travels around. This is his hobby, and he just comes into leagues and he refs games.
Wow.
He's amazing. He travels across the country all the time. I mean, they pay him next to nothing. He just does it because he loves the sport and he loves supporting skaters and he likes reffing this rules. And he refs many rule sets. So I give it to him. I see him at multiple games, and I've reffed with him many times. But I give a big thank you out to him because he's here just to have fun and help us. So.
And so. This game, everybody's getting lined up, waiting for our jam timer. Half number 2 is underway.
We got Pebbles and T-Bone Trina jamming out there with the stars on their helmet.
Pebbles breaks through. Lead jam for the Royal Pains. Dizzy Aster being held back.
And we got a pivot break.
Notorious LIZ. Jalapeno Business jumped up in front to stop that pivot break. Or at least delay it.
Oh, we got Pebbles skating through. If you guys didn't know, Three Trails Brewery's back here. Got some delicious, tasty beers. Some people are fans. And you will be too if you taste it.
I would say who is not a fan of beer, but I know that there are people out there.
21 and older, please.
Next up, Phoenix Fire jamming against Cinnamon Buns.
We got Phoenix Fire out for the Royal Pains.
Rampage looking to try to make the break, gets cut off.
Beck is holding back Cinnamon Buns in the back.
Rampage finally makes it out with the pivot break.
Oh. You know, it always happens. All right, we're back in this game. We got Deadly Sirens at 31, and we've got the Royal Pains at 64.
Manny Petty trying to make it through. Manny Petty, your lead jammer. Jalapeno Business right back behind her.
You know, these teams have all changed up in this last draft, and some of these skaters have never skated with each other. So they're working hard to figure out what they're doing and how to work together with it, you know. And some of these newer skaters, they also have not, their track awareness is still hyper focused on their teammates, you know. Oh, we got an official review or official timeout. We got an official review. The refs are deciding on something out there. I'm not sure exactly what. I think there was something confusing on who was calling off the end of that jam. It's been a rule for the last 4 years. Well, that's clear. Oh, we got some heckling over here at the announcement stand. We always enjoy our fans and their input.
DeMarc's just going to lay it out where.
We got Rampage and Beck and Call wearing stars. I'm not 100% sure what Taxinator's doing, but I think they were busy trying to run away. I think they're trying to waste time. Oh, Cinnamon Buns caught her, but then went out herself. Oh, they didn't realize they had a baby at the back. They could have just slowed down. They didn't need to chase him.
Yeah, this has kind of become a confusing jam. I think from early on that Rampage probably could have just kind of, as soon as she took over, she could have called it at any point.
At any time.
From the announce table, this is always one of the dangers of Derby. What the heck is going on in this jam?
You look away for 2 seconds and you're like, what just happened? I don't even know. Is anybody lead? Did anybody get out? I don't know. Oh, no, they're still stuck at the back of the pack. Oh.
Fresh jam, move up. We got Manny Petty and Pebbles out once again. Pebbles doing a great job making short work of the pack. Dizzy Astor takes the pivot turn.
Tico and Trina doing a nice hit there to stop her from getting her point.
And to Pebbles' credit, decided to call that jam. I know some people would take it as a personal affront and just try to get every point in the jam.
True story, but Pebbles is a wise player.
Rampage back out with the star for the Sirens.
And Taxinator out there for the Pains.
Ooh. See how that one happened? Jamie trying to shove Rampage out. Rampage instinctively got that skate up to keep in bounds.
We got a pivot break from Phoenix Fire. I love how Phoenix skates. She always skates with her hands like wide open. Like she's ready for anything.
Dizzy Astor out there with the lead jam for the Sirens. Breakdown's got the pivot turn.
Dizzy getting two. Hey, Deadly Sirens are at my skate number 38. And we got the Royal Pains at 71.
Oddly enough, I could make a comment about that being someone's birth year. And that someone would be me. Because I'm old, folks. I'm old.
You're not that old. I mean, I never thought I'd be playing roller derby at the age of 40, but here we go.
Phoenix Fire looking to tack on a little bit more for the Pains as she is now your lead jammer. Nikki Necrosis unable to step in front of Rampage.
You know, talking about age, I don't think people really are aware. Oh, dang. Rampage just took out Phoenix Fire. Defensive jamming style, calling it off. There we go.
Yeah.
But I don't think people really realize the real wide range of ages that play roller derby.
It is incredible. You can see the skaters who have just come in. They're the ones who have skated junior derby.
Yeah.
Who are transitioning in.
Mm-hmm. I mean, in our league, you start at 18.
Then, right.
But USAR's rule set, you can actually start at the age of, I think it's 14 or 15.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you're covered in their insurance with their rule set as long as you have parental, like, you know.
And I know we've had no shortage of 18-year-olds who have stepped in and been skating.
But I know two players that are over the age of 60 that play roller derby, you know, and they still kick butt.
Oh, yeah. And in some cases, just the skill level really is so much more than the age. I mean, you don't have to worry about being told to stop playing.
There really are no limits with roller derby. Oh,
Dizzy Astor staying inbounds.
That was amazing. Sweep on the outside.
Got a little whip from T-Bone.
But she's got to put in the energy. She's got to keep going. She's got jalapeno business all right behind her. Oh, she tried to call it off, but she can't call it off till she passes at least one. I thought my headset.
Dottie right now with the star.
Well, it's the first time we've seen that tonight.
Clears the inside track and is your lead jammer for the Sirens.
We got Jamie DeVito right behind her. Sirens with a Beck baby, but I wouldn't really call that a good baby.
Whoa.
Let's see. All right. Sirens got one.
I think the Pains picked one up as well.
Pains was one, sorry.
No? Officially, we're looking at a 72-43 game. Pains advantage.
Oh, we got Pebbles and Manny Petty out as our point scorers. Both putting pedal to the metal.
Pebbles watching for that opening, just started the call. Looking for it to take effect as soon as she passed somebody.
Sometimes you'll watch these jammers like preload, like one tap on the hip, so they get the second tap as they pass people, and that's allowed. So, and sometimes you can tap one, so you can be ready to tap again. But you know, just in case you don't pass anybody, then you don't tap again.
Jamie trying to cut off cinnamon buns. Slipped past that block. Cinnamon and Taxinator. Active in the flat.
Oh, we got some jammer on jammer action.
Both jammers out of bounds as they were coming up onto the pack.
We got a timeout for the Royal Pains. I'm going to give a shout out to Brews Boutique. Brews Boutique is a Derby-owned company. They know exactly how to cater to the needs of players of all levels and skill sets. They know because they play. All right, that's the end of the timeout. And we're back. T-Bone Trina and Pebbles with stars on their helmet.
T-Bone's going to jump out to your lead jam, followed by Jalapeno Business.
Dizzy Aster laying a huge hit to the inside, taking out like 4 people. T-Bone Trina making it through. She got a track cut yield. Oh, both of them got track cut yields.
Yeah, there was that moment where both of them were trying to call it off.
And they couldn't. Nothing ever gets T-Bone Trina down. She's always smiling, even when she's doing things wrong. She owns it. Here we are, Phoenix Fire with a star on her help for the Pains. Rampage for the Sirens. Dottie Disaster in the penalty box.
Jamie DeVito and Nikki doing a good job blocking out for their jammer, letting Phoenix get up.
Sinner hit that floor and it sounded like she gave the floor some sacrifice there. That skid hurt. Phoenix didn't realize she had to re-enter behind the person that hit her out, which was Rampage. They made her reset.
Rampage continuing to do some blocking back there.
Making a move through. And we got a pivot break. That was a little confusing. I'm not exactly sure. I thought Rampage was out.
No,
but I guess she wasn't.
Yeah, Rampage had gotten stuck back there.
Oh, okay.
And then did just a great job just delaying Phoenix the whole time.
Oh, that was really great then. I thought it was jammer on jammer action. I need coffee. It's been a long day. All right, Derby fans, who's here to support the Sirens? And who's here to support the Pains?
Pebbles working to keep in bounds. The way the Sirens blockers were hitting, that was a lot of hard work.
Oh, Manny Petty takes a hard fall. Trying her hardest to take Pebbles out on the inside. One thing I do know about Pebbles is she's freaking solid. Pebbles and T-Bone Trina out there as the point scorers.
T-Bone in there looking like she was just waiting for a chance to make a move.
T-Bone's a very patient jammer. And the one thing I really enjoy about her is she's very calm out on the track.
Beck and call, Rampage, your jammers. Pains are going to get out with lead jam. Taxinator finally having to give up on Rampage. Drawing out Rampage with a little bit of pressure on the inside track takes over lead.
Oh, and Beck and Call skating through on the outside. Doing a good job calling it off.
Yeah, eventually Nikki was able to get in there and just hold Rampage back and just drag on her.
One thing that always surprises me about Beck is that even like she's such a force to be reckoned with, but she's so agile. She always bounces back very quickly. Oh, Pebbles tried to sling JB. She slung a little too hard.
Bambi trying to find an opening. Instead finds breakdown.
Sometimes you just got to watch strategy, you know? Like, to be honest, if I was Pebbles, I would have just let her go because I know I can catch her.
Bambi's out as your lead jammer for the Sirens. Beck and Call with a nice positional block sweeps her out.
Hard hit on T-Bone Trina there. T-Bone gets up like a tramp. I do love that new hair. I think I've said that a few times tonight. I would have very hard time tempting not to like whip off of that hair. Yeah, like swing me around a corner. Well, we got Phoenix Fire out jumping for the Pains, and we got Rampage out for the Sirens. Who's gonna get out first?
Rampage able to find a little spot outside.
And we got Taxinator taking off for the Pains. That was some good help from Oopsie. And then a big opening from Via. We got Dizzy Astor out there with a star for the Sirens. Mel Breakdown for the Pains.
Dizzy's gonna be your lead jammer.
Oh, we got a pivot break from Jalapeno Business. We got Dizzy coming through the inside, calling it off.
Sirens did a good job holding that pack back. It
Yeah, they
didn't give
did.
the Pains a chance to try to start racing it out.
Yeah, getting one holding it. I don't know how many they got on that one. Oh, they gained 2 points on that one. Unfortunately, the ASR held it in front of them, so I couldn't see. They didn't hold it up in the air. Oh, do we have a false start?
Payne's false start.
Oh, Phoenix Fire too eager. And that was, again, another false start. So she's got to start another 10 feet back, so now she's 20 feet back. This doesn't happen very often, but she seems to be super eager tonight. Phoenix Fire starting on a pulled back for false starting twice. 20 feet back. We got Rampage jamming for the Sirens.
Rampage finding an inside seam. Takes your lead jam. Payne's got the pivot break. It was a good move from Rampage early on where she actually just kind of cut in front of Phoenix and stopped her momentum.
Yeah. Rampage calls it off. We've got just under 2 minutes left in this game, crowd.
Couple of
We're
jams
gonna hype
left.
up these teams. They're giving it their all. Cheer for your team. Cheer for your Derby girl. Let them know you're here to support them.
Getting ready for that whistle. Get loud.
Oh, we got a false start. Are they doing it on purpose?
I don't know. It's kind of interesting.
It does eat up the jam time. Well, the clock time, not the
Yeah.
jam time. We got another false start. I think they're doing it on purpose. I see
think
the
so,
strategy
too.
here.
That
They're running
does
out the
become a
game clock.
strategy. Although it's kind of interesting, I think pretty much all of the false starts have been on the Paynes over
Yeah.
the course of the game.
Yeah,
Rampage might have had one earlier on, but that's about it.
yeah. Well, right now they're just trying to waste time because they're up. Pebbles is out. Pebbles is out for the Paynes. And Monster Meadows gonna break for the Sirens.
Time continuing to tick down.
Oh, and T-Bone Trina stops Pebbles from entering the back of the pack.
That baby got away.
Locking it down. She hasn't passed anybody, so she can't call it off. Might as well run out the clock. And she's able to call it off now. She got 2. Monster Meadow got 2. All right, it's at the end of the game.